Karma is a word that we have all heard about. There are three different types of karma. We have the Sanchita karma, the Prarabdha karma, and the Agama karma, or the karma that is the current karma. The Sanchita is everything, every karma, everything that is recorded in your blueprint. The Prarabdha is what you've come with, which is what we call our destiny, what it is that sets out the little details about the kind of life you've chosen, the kind of people you've chosen to be with, the kind of realities you wish to experience, that you wish to fetch, right, as being the framework within which you're going to experience whatever it is that you've meted out to you. And then we have the Agama karma, which is the karma that is happening on an ongoing basis. Now, how do you remove any set of this, and what has this got to do with spiritual awakening, Kundalini awakening, and how can we be free of all of this? Now, the good news is that you can be free of absolutely all karma using whatever it is right now as your chosen situation. Now, for example, if your chosen lifetime, in this lifetime you were born in a family, or you were born in a setting that was very traumatic, or you were born in a setting which gave a rise to particular conditioning, right? And if you have had various things that you've taken on, which is what we call your patterns, your conditioning, and everything that you want to let go of that fragmented your sense of self, right? So how does a spiritual awakening help? A spiritual awakening through healing all of this. One, rather than you carrying out your life based on that false persona, so the false identification that I am who I am as a result of everything that has happened to me in this lifetime that you're aware of, for example, all the traumas, everything that you have, your spiritual awakening will make you very conscious of all those things and understand and help you see that so far that the way that you've led your life has been quite unconscious, quite automatic, coming from a false sense of self. So the spiritual awakening, first of all, restores your sense of self, and secondly, you start to identify the self with your entirety, with infinity. Now, all these doors start to open. As these doors start to open for you, so all of those tendencies that were contracting acts of consciousness literally start to dissipate, and you no longer are doing any of those things. Instead, you'll find that all of the more sattvic qualities inside of you start to develop: compassion, benevolence, gratitude, kindness, love. You start to realize that you've always been a love yourself, that you are the very essence of love. As all of this happens, you're pretty much able to pierce through any leftover karma, which is your conditioned existence. Now, as a result, you'll be able to fetch from this huge consciousness, from huge existence, only that which is going to expand your consciousness, so that you're no longer accumulating any merit or demerit. Now remember, the way that our nervous system operates, the way that we are built, right? We tend to remember that which is more painful, or that which we should be fearful of, because of our survival instinct. So what wants to keep us safe? Now, as we go through your spiritual awakening, when we get into that state, we no longer have a fear of survival. So we're not scared of dealing with our past traumas. We recognize them, and we are no longer scared of what we don't know, what we can't see that's coming to us, right? And therefore, we're able to fetch from the field of consciousness exactly that which we are right now, which is the sense of whole self, as opposed to the fragmented sense of self. Now, a fragmented sense of self will not only have karma to deal with, but they will constantly keep building and rebuilding it. Whereas a whole sense of self, or an awakened sense of self, when you've gone through your spiritual awakening, coupled with a Kundalini awakening, that will literally open up all the dimensions amplify your spiritual awakening and see you through right to the point where you're able to live exactly your entirety, your infinity without any limitation, right? And this is where you don't need to be directed. You will live without direction yet, right? It feels like your life is already choreographed because it's very much in alignment with an expanded consciousness, with growth, right? You're never contracting, you're always expanding and always living through your infinite self, through abundance, and you feel abundant all of the time. Lots and lots of love. Don't forget, karma is not something that you have to carry like a cross, bearing heavy on you, but you can be rid of that. It can be completely destroyed depending on how you want to use your present circumstances to produce something that's expanding or something that's contracting. So much love. Take care.